Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Jill Ortiz here from JillOrtizFitness.com, and today I am here to talk about setting SMART fitness goals. So you might know what SMART goals are, right? It's an acronym, SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, or realistic, and time-bound. But have you realized how important setting your goals properly in your fitness is to actually getting results? Today I want to go over 5 tips to get you to your fitness goals and to make sure that you are actually lining your goals up with your fitness and what you're doing, right? I don't want to say that actually taking action is way more important than setting the goals, because you don't want to be taking the wrong actions, right? Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels and wasting time. Have you ever felt like you had this goal and you're doing everything that you thought you should be, but you just weren't getting there, and that really frustrated you, right? So let me know if that's true of you, if you've been spinning your wheels and not getting your goals, even though you think you are doing everything to get to them. So number 1, a lot of people only scratch the surface of their goals. And so what this means is, if you want to drop your goal below or tell me what your goal is, then you tell me, what is your fitness goal or what is your weight loss goal? Okay. And I'll give you one for instance, right? My fitness goal is to lose 10 pounds, right? My fitness goal is to decrease my body fat percentage by 5%, right? So the only problem, and these are great because these are those SMART goals, specific and measurable, right? Is it attainable? Well, I don't know. Is 10 pounds attainable? Is it relevant, right? And then that's what we're going to discuss. And is it time-based, right? So when do you want to lose those 10 pounds by? It would be different if you said, I want to lose 10 pounds by Friday, right? You could. I have people who have lost 10 pounds on my 5-day kickstart plan. But you could say, I want to lose 10 pounds in a year. And that also would be kind of alarming, because you could probably lose 10 pounds in way less than a year, right? You want to maintain that weight loss goal throughout the year, right? So what's more important to me, something that I ask in each of my consultation calls, right? So I do these free road mapping calls. If you want to have one, you just let me know. Just reach out and let me know, or just drop below that you want a road mapping call. I will ask you, so what does that 10 pounds actually mean to you, right? So you're saying, I want to lose just 10 pounds. Why? What is the real goal, right? What are you really, really trying to achieve? And that's what you need to do, is you need to go deeper. And sometimes we have to ask why for a really long time, right? So here's what it would sound like in a dialogue, or you're writing down your notes. What do you want? What do you want to do? What's your goal? I want to lose 10 pounds, right? Sorry, I'm just going to get this off of my vibration mode. So I want to lose 10 pounds, right? Why? What is that 10 pounds doing right now? Well, it's making it hard for me to stay energized, right? I can feel it. I can tell that when I have an extra 10 pounds on, I can feel this little roll that hangs over my jeans, and I don't like it, right? Why? Well, because it makes me self-conscious, because I don't like when I have that roll, because it makes me embarrassed, because I don't like that. Well, why? Because it's important to me that people see me as healthy and fit, you know? And why is that? Because it validates me. When I feel that others look at me and see me as healthy, I feel like it helps people, helps me feel good in my skin, and that leads to more confidence, right? Okay, so your real goal is increasing your confidence, right? And to make that a SMART goal, we figure out what is that tangible thing that you're trying to achieve. And even then, it doesn't necessarily mean that when you lose 10 pounds that's going to be there, but at least it gives us something to work on, right? Okay, so number 2, breaking down your goals, right, to something realistic, time bound. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. There's roofers next door. So time bound and realistic. So let's say somebody told me their goal was 50-pound weight loss, right? And they were like, I want to lose 50 pounds in the next 9 months, right? That's doable. Absolutely. But that's a really daunting goal to just say, okay, how do I lose 50 pounds? I have no idea. So 9 months, let's divide that, let's divide it in half. Oh my gosh, now I got to do math. So 50 pounds in 5 months would be 10 pounds. So how about five pounds a month, right? So that makes more sense, right? In about 9 months, you could lose about 50 pounds, right? And so I don't know if I just did that right. 10 pounds, 5 pounds. So that's 2.5. No, that's, I don't know. 5 pounds a month. Anyways, so 9 times 5 is 45. Yeah. Putting me on the spot. I'm putting myself on the spot. So breaking down your goals, 5 pounds a month is like 1 pound a week. So that makes that goal sound way more realistic, right? All you got to do is lose 1 pound a week. You can absolutely do that. So that you can tell is realistic. Again, it's a small benchmark on the way to that really big, daunting goal. The next thing is that sometimes we think we need to lose a certain amount of weight, right? We think we need to lose 10, 20, 50 pounds. But then when we start to get closer to that number, maybe we realize that it wasn't about the number on the scale, that maybe it was more the way we feel in our clothes or how we look or how our measurements are, right? Because sometimes when we are working hard towards our goals, right? If I want to lose 10 pounds, what do I actually want to see? I want to see my waist get smaller, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see more definition in my arms. I want to see them get more cut. I want to see my abs, right? And so that might mean that you're cutting inches, but it might not always mean weight loss, right? Because you could stay the same weight and get smaller in your waist. And what that means is that you're replacing fat with muscle. And that is great because that does a lot of things, because that same amount of weight in muscle takes up less room than the same amount of weight in fat. And it's also going to help you raise your metabolism because your body is going to need more energy to maintain your activity level, right? And so it's going to burn quicker. It's going to need more, right? And so you can eat more with more muscle. And so I'll tell you a story about that. So when I started my journey about 6 years ago, very seriously working out and paying attention to my food, I had a goal of losing 10 pounds. And in the first week of practicing portion control, which meant that I wasn't overdoing in fat and no longer was overdoing in carbs and wasn't underdoing it in protein, I got all the levels balanced and I lost 6 pounds in a week. And in 2 weeks, I hit that 10-pound goal. But then I didn't really feel like I was there in my journey in 2 weeks, right? I'm 6 years in and I'm still working on it. And so I adjusted my goal. I said, okay, let's lose another 5 pounds, right? And I did in another couple weeks. Everything slowed down after those first, to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks was a lot. So then I lost another 5 in the next, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And yet when I got down from 150 pounds to 135, I really wasn't feeling like I was there. And it was because it was mostly just slimming down, right? And what I really, really realized was that I didn't really want weight loss on the scale. I wanted to feel more toned and tight, right? And so I changed my goal to, I want to be thin and toned and tight. I don't want to just be 135 pounds. This doesn't make any sense, right? And then I started doing a lot more weightlifting. And the weightlifting did a lot of things. It made me less elastic to the foods I was eating, so I could eat a piece of pizza and not gain those 10 pounds back. My back pain, which I had struggled with for 6 years prior, went away because I had done a lot of core work and arm work and leg work, and I was supporting my low back issues with muscle everywhere. And I started to get more toned and tightened. I started to see a shadow of a six pack. I started to see my guns coming out. My butt got tighter, and I gained 15 pounds back. And so I went back up. So right now, today, I'm 154 pounds, right? And yet when I was 150 pounds 6 years ago, I was a size 12. And today I'm like a size 2-4, right? And so sometimes that weight goal doesn't necessarily make sense, okay? So that was a long roundabout way to saying that it's not always all about the scale, and your goals might change, and you can't just measure by the scale. So day one, along with making your goals, you also want to take some before pictures. Sometimes that's painful. It doesn't have to be naked. It could be in your clothes, but take some pictures and take some measurements. Get a measuring tape. And if you need like a sheet that directs you as to how and where to take those measurements, then let me know and I'll send it over to you. So you would take, like your arm, your bicep, and you would take your chest, and you would take your waist, and you would take your hips, and you would take your thighs. And that way you have another measure. Now for me, again, sometimes I have no idea. Am I looking to grow my bicep bigger, or am I looking to get rid of the fat that's with? I have no idea. So really these days, it's hard for me to go by the scale because I'm heavier and smaller. It's hard for me to go by physical measurements because I'm not, other than my waist, I'm not totally short, although if I grow abs, then those are going to be bigger, right? And so I go by feel and pictures, right? That's about all my measurements. But really, I want to walk around confident. So for me, a lot of my goals now are how I wake up and feel every day, along with more performance-based goals. So today I wrote down, how many rounds I got in 12 minutes of these few exercises I was doing, right? And next week, when I do that same workout, I want to be more fit. I want to be quicker. I want to be stronger. I want to be more energized. And that I will get from being consistent with my workouts and being consistent with my food, consistent with my stretching and my rest, right? And so those are some of the different ways to set goals, right? The next thing that I think is really important is that you focus on the input and be okay with the output, even if it wasn't your original goal, right? So I had a client yesterday who said, I did everything right, and the scale went up a few ounces, right? And I did everything right yesterday. I ate perfectly. I did my workout. The scale went up a few ounces. There's a lot of things that contribute to the scale, right? It could be that she had something salty or something packaged, or that it's that time of the month, or that she didn't sleep as well, or that something's on her brain and causing her stress. There's so many things. So all you can do is, number one, track your progress to your goal and track what's actually moving the needle, right? Especially if you have a coach. If I'm your coach, then I'm going to ask you to track and share with me so that I can look and have a set of eyes on what you're doing and see, is this in line with your goal, and why aren't we getting closer, right? But like I said, I put in the work when I started bodybuilding, and I got muscles, and I got a faster metabolism, and I got all these things. But my original goal was not to gain 15 pounds back. But I'm okay with that, right? And so you got to be okay that sometimes the output is not going to be, it's not going to constantly be weight loss, right? I was losing weight and now it's slowed down. Well, that's what happens too, right? Is sometimes we lose weight quickly and then it slows. And the body has to catch up and say, wait a second. Let's just make sure. Are we in some kind of famine? Or is this weight loss normal? And it could take a couple weeks, right? And the body's saying, okay, I'm feeling a lot of change here. Hold up. Let's not lose any more weight right now. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going, right? So that can happen. And then the last thing that I want to just mention is, so you set your goal, right? Now, you've got to know, and this you might not know yourself, and this is where professional coach or some help or research can really help you, is are you sure that your plan of action actually matches the goal, right? And does it also match your lifestyle? Because if you make these goals and then you have this plan of action that is absolutely not realistic for your lifestyle, it's not actually going to stick. And you got to make sure, like the biggest thing I see is women who want to get strong and toned and build muscle, and they want to trim down, right? They want to slim down and be toned and thin, right? And so they're doing all this cardio because it makes you thinner. And they're not eating any food because it makes you thinner. And those are actually false. And so that would not be my recommended plan for somebody who wants to build muscle and get strong and toned and defined and thin out, right? So that's where the value comes in having a coach who can help you match your goals and your plan. That is specifically something that I go over in my Foods for Fat Loss workshop on my website, but it's also something that I go over with my one-on-one coaching clients. So, whether you are ready to hop in and do something like that, either of those, a workshop or become a client, or you just want a road mapping call to see if you are on the right track, then absolutely get in touch and let's figure out what your next step is so that you are actually making those goals, taking action, making sure that they're aligned, and then following through. Okay? So there you go. I hope that helps. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.